when I agreed to do the first film, you know, when we talked about doing Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow didn't really exist then, you know. So I have to say it was all just kind of, it was instinct, you know. Somehow it just, they mentioned it and said, you know, would you be interested in that? And I said, I'm in, you know.
Did the studio trust your rendition of Jack, or who Jack was?
Well, there were some at the studio, bless them, when we first started shooting Pirates 1, that for the first couple of months they were frightened, you know, they were panicked, and I do kind of understand, you know, where they were coming from, but you know, once I sat them down and just said, look, you know, you hired me to do this job, you got to trust me. You know?
Why were they panicked though? Was it because they were used to seeing you in a certain light, and this was completely in a different direction?
I think they'd had such, I mean, the investment was so big. I mean, it was an enormous investment in terms of their financial involvement, you know, and also was, you know, the film based on the theme park ride, and so they had a lot riding on it, you know. And then, you know, they hired this, you know, weird actor to come in there, and you know, they can't quite understand what I'm saying. You know, they feel like I'm slurring my words, and they don't know if the character was, you know, so he was drunk, or is he gay, or is he, you know, what is the guy? They didn't understand any of it. So they were riddled with fear.
It was great to go back. I mean, we all kind of know each other. It's a tried and tested warhorse. You know what I mean? Like, we knew, I think we knew what we were getting into, and it really works. You know, I think the writers have done a fantastic job of like making it a bigger and better movie. You know what I mean? And Gore and Jerry and, you know, Disney have all supported, you know, and been very supportive. So I mean, basically, you know, I was worried how they were going to top like Skeletal Pirates. You know what I mean? The Moonlight skeletal thing. How did they top that? But I think in this movie, Davy Jones, the Kraken, the fantasy, the kind of mythology aspect all gives it real credibility, and it works.
It's amazing to watch. The special effects were outstanding.
Yeah, fantastic, right? So, and I think the writers and Gore were given freedom to really go out there and do something outrageous, and so they really did that.
Now, there was so much chemistry with you guys, and I don't know if it's off screen as well. Was it there as well?
Yeah, we all get along really well, you know. I mean, Johnny smells a bit, but I'll let him off, you know. I mean.
And Kate?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, not Kate.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one.
Yeah, she came down.
Keira, that one.
Yeah, Keira's great. She's cool. And them snogging, that was a bit annoying, but I let that slide as well. I thought, you know what, I know he's going to end up with the girl. At the end of it. Do I? Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
Now, I'm going to ask her, you know, because she gets to kiss both of you, which one was the best kisser. So, who do you think she's going to say?
I think she's going to say the giant squid. Because I saw her have a go at the giant squid as well. Well, offset.
Wait a minute.
She was like, give me some of that squid. I love a bit of calamari, Keira. Ooh.
All right, well, I have to ask you, though, set the record straight. Is Keira Knightley a great kisser? Because I've heard that you said that.
You know, Johnny keeps kissing me, and I'm like, don't do it, Johnny, don't do it, you know, it's throwing me off. I can't get a gauge on this.
Right.
It's hard to say, but Keira's one of the most beautiful women in the world, for goodness sakes. What do you think she's like as a kisser? What do you think?
I don't know.
Wow, I can tell you.
Information firsthand.
She's an amazing woman, and she's good with a sword too.
I've never done a sequel before, so it was really interesting taking, you know, a character that I played and taking her to a whole new level. And she's really grown up, and the damsel in distress is definitely out the window, and she's really taking care of herself and very feisty and strong, and I always like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's good.
Does it give you more of a sense of freedom when you're doing the sequel, because you've been there, done that, you got the chemistry down with the crew?
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice because, you know, quite often on a film set it takes quite a long time to get comfortable with people. And what was great about this is we all knew each other, we knew how we worked, and it was like instantly we just felt like we'd been doing it forever, which was kind of lovely. But no, it's been really exciting. I mean, you very rarely do a film that that it's surrounded by so much excitement. You know, I'm always getting little kids coming up to me going, "Oh, what's going to happen? What's going to happen?" You know, which is sort of lovely. So yeah, it's been a positive experience, which is very good.
And you also have the enviable position of kissing not one,
No,
but
not one.
two Hollywood heartthrobs.
I know.
What's, you know...
It can't get much better, can it? I mean, it's like, you know, I only got to kiss Orlando Bloom in the first. Well, here you go. Take Johnny Depp as well. Okay. Excellent.